Hello, everyone. Happy Saturday and welcome into Zelda Speedruns. Today we have a Wind Waker Randomizer Season 7 tournament match. This is Game 1 of the Winners Bracket Semifinals between Rick Schmidty and Tanjo. Tracking today is Sledge, and on commentary we have Claire and Sizaval. I'm going to hand it over to them. Enjoy the race, everyone.
What up, peeps? Happy Saturday.
Woohoo.
Wind Waker Saturday. The classic event.
That is what
everyone knows it. Everyone's always ready to tune in for Wind Waker Saturday.
About it.
Everybody's, oh god. I'm not starting that, not yet. Too early. Too early in the morning. It's actually really not that early. It's like 11 in the morning. Practically lunchtime.
Like 20 minutes ago, so I
No.
shouldn't say anything.
Yeah, we got Tanjo and Rick. Should be a really good race, I imagine. Both of them are really, really good runners. Rick had a great showing over SGL. Tanjo showed up to SGL. So, you know, partial points there. I mean, I can't really speak. I did the same thing. I just kind of hung out. So I think it's been a minute since I've actually seen Tanjo race some Wind Wakers.
He plays this game?
Yeah, I know, right? Still, this isn't Uter. This is Uter random settings. But
yeah.
Never want to sleep on Tanjo. He's been one of the top runners for this long for a reason. So
yeah, I'm sure it'll be like he never took a break.
Yeah, but Rick a force to be reckoned with.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, shoutouts to the file names, Blue Ganon. If you know, you know.
If you know,
if you know, you know. If you don't worry about it. They're a real one for that.
They are real. They're so real. Hopefully this means we'll get another 2-second finish.
Oh yeah. That would be pretty hype. There have been a lot of pretty close races in these settings. I think with with the hints coming in ever since we started doing that, like, a lot less instances of like, oh, somebody just went to a location the other person didn't go to and it was like empty, because we often get a lot of barren hints about those types of things. So I think that kind of helps, and just limiting the number of checks per seed, I think it does narrow things, inward a little bit. And this is game 1, so this is going to be a series. So whoever wins or loses this one will not decide the match just yet. So to say. And speaking of hints, we're going to get right into that. And we've seen on Rick's side a Deku Leaf start, which is always fun.
Spectacle as well. Okay, so we got the first 3 dungeons in Logic.
Voting core. They're both going through them so fast. I did not go through them that fast.
I don't either.
There are a number of different fast hint strats that people will employ.
We've got a Forest Haven start from Rick. I wonder if he just goes ahead and clears out. Yep, no, he does not. Okay, he just goes to Cliff. Because if you have Leaf, you can do both of the checks here out of Logic.
That's a good point, actually.
Didn't see what that looked like.
To be fair, well, and for all I know, it was Forest Haven was dead or something, and just missed it. I don't think so, though. But I think sometimes you kind of get into the early motions. It's like the beginning of your route, at least for me, it's like you need a little bit of processing time. All those hints, they're great information, but it's a lot at once. So like Tanjo went to Mother and Child, which may have given him just that little bit extra time to sort of process what he's going to do next. Whereas Rick might have still been kind of thinking through some of what he heard, and just you basically autopilot. All right, I'm going to do my start, Cliff Plat, Bird's Peak. Super common start because it's really solid. Super solid start. You're really not going to make either one of these islands that much faster.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, you have... I was going to say, you have Forbidden Woods in Logic to seed as well, right? So you're going to be in Forest Haven at some point, presumably with Grapple. So I could see Rick... even if he did process it fully, being like, oh, I'm just gonna get these when I come back, right?
Yeah, well, when they peaked the island was nothing, so you can actually, with double magic, you can go grab on the tree branch and then just go from there to the dungeon with double magic.
That's true.
Which is Feels like an old callback, because I think, what was it? Was it season 5 that we started with double magic last? Maybe season 4? I don't remember now.
I don't remember either.
One of those seasons. Or maybe what it was, season 4, no starting swords, we had double magic way more often. So there was more, I don't know, I guess mindset towards double magic strats, at least for me. And that was one of them.
Was that also when fly around logically required double magic?
Yeah, I mean, technically, as long as if you don't have starting sword, it does. Or it can. It's either double magic or something to cut grass.
Yeah, yeah. And yeah, that's correct throughout command melody. It's logically required for this seed, but we will not see our runners use it, so they will be skipping Cyclos.
At least hopefully not.
Yeah, hopefully they don't. If somebody goes to get Cyclos, something's wrong. There's Pharaohs, which is required for Taji.
Oh, I didn't even realize it was on Cyclos. Yeah, okay, we won't see it then, for sure.
Yeah, yeah. If somebody sells the Cyclos, that you're just giving up time. That's an unfortunate
Yeah,
error.
that's too much investment.
Yeah. We'll see what is on Pharaoh's Pearl Mail. Under from Kamali's father. It's
Another one.
Pearl. Okay, so we're 2 of 3 from Itachi entrance.
I remember who was talking. Pearls got placed at the same time in the randomizer, so you didn't used to be able to get something like a pearl locked pearl like that. But that's been a while
Thanks
since
to
that's been
technology.
true. Yeah, the randomizer actually, honestly, Wind Waker's randomizer is really like solid. When you get really used to how this one works, and it's like really good about its item distribution, sometimes you go to play one that's earlier in development and you can really feel it because it feels like early seasons of Wind Waker. When stuff was like super low sphere all the time because like the randomizer was like not that good. It was like very, very basic logic and like how it did stuff and et cetera, et cetera.
Oh, Tinder was gonna least
You didn't go for the backup there. You can kind of back that one up actually if you just go towards the a little bit more to the rear of the island. I think he's trying to get straight to the upper section, which you can do, and that is optimal. That is the faster version, but you can land on the back part of the island right here about.
Okay.
Yeah, there you
so
go.
You remember the backup.
He did. It's not often, again, this is a very common early strat. Not even in this season, just in general. Cliff Flat, Bird's Peak, super common. Having Leaf for it is like almost never happens.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time I had Leaf for Bird's Peak.
Yeah, so there's like, both islands have like some very, very slight like Leaf tricks that almost never come up. And like some very slight time saves that you can get.
We're seeing a pretty typical Mila first windfall here from Rick. This is what I'm a fan of.
Yeah, I'm also a fan of this one. I think it's just too greedy to leave her for later. I hate leaving that sphere 0, and I think getting the door storage and saving some time in the backtracking on this island, that's good enough, right? It's like that you at least guarantee that you're going to do something during Mila. I think if you save her for later, yeah, you can do like, some Lenzo shenanigans or some Fire Ice shenanigans at the same time, but you can't really guarantee it as well as if you just pop it right away.
Yeah.
And then you're also not leaving the sphere 0 behind, which, is a mental load off, I would say.
Yeah. Now Tanjo making what I would almost call the correct play here, which is he's going to go grab his spoils before he goes to Windfall. So he's down here at Outset, and then I imagine he'll go to Horseshoe after this. He has Leaf, so Play Golf is in logic. And then he'll be able to go to Windfall with spoils in case Miss Marie has anything. Because it is marked as required. So that does mean that there is some sort of progression on the check.
Yeah, and this might just be a difference in how they both manage their hints at the beginning. So Rick got a little bit of a faster start by blitzing through the hints, but I think he essentially has plans for how he can, sort of get the information after the fact. Whereas I think Tanjo was absorbing it a little bit more early on. Yeah. So I think it's not like an uncommon thing that people will, again, have sort of almost their own VOD to look at while they're like waiting for Mila, for example. But you know, that's not quite early enough to maybe adjust the early game route.
Yeah, in this case.
Part of the reason why I've personally never bothered doing it like that.
Yeah. That's interesting. Okay.
We'll see. We'll see how that shakes things up.
It could be a bottle that we will.
It's true.
Maybe no.
And I will say, Horseshoe Combat Cave with just Hero Sword is not great.
That's true. Yeah.
Not the worst. Not great.
Yeah.
The flying one can give you some serious trouble.
I've never tried. Can you blow down the Mothula with the leaf?
You can stun the Mothula with the leaf, and then sometimes get like hit a jump slash on it, but it sort of depends. Like that's there's like a certain strat that they'll do in the speed run for the Mothula mini boss. In any of the ones where they actually get the boomerang.
Yeah.
Because it's possible to stun the Mothula too high to actually hit.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
And I think that's actually like not an uncommon thing to have happen.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty up there.
Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, we have the Salvage Corp to come through. They could really make things a lot easier with a whole host of items.
Yeah, that's true.
Hammer, another sword, a bow. Even bombs would probably help. Hookshot, not bad. That's not one of them, though.
No, it's not.
So...
Ankle's dead, so we... Even in the future, that won't help.
Yeah. It's okay, though. It's okay.
It's fine.
Interesting, he said his wind. Oh yeah, I guess people like to set their wind that way. People do horseshoe with leaf weird. They do it different from how I do it.
Interesting. Okay,
I like it with a crosswind because it makes this second skip a little bit tougher, but then it means you don't have to change your wind to actually get the chest.
You know, so I do the same way Tanjo does, and then I usually leaf pump and jump slash.
Oh, I guess you can force it through them that way too.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say I have the best success rate. It's probably like 60-something% of the time, but I'm too stubborn.
Although I guess with this wind direction, maybe it's faster to come back if you wanted to grab whatever that was first, because you're like, man, this combat cave's gonna suck.
Yeah.
It would be pretty funny and unfortunate if that ends up being, or is that the spoils bag check? I don't remember.
The spoils bag.
Oh, okay, then never mind.
Okay,
Yeah, see, like you can stun it, but look how high up.
Okay, he waits for
So.
He waits for it to fall. Which takes a while.
Yeah, but it's kind of tough, and often will recover before you can really get the hit in. So it's just, like I said, it's doable. It's just like awkward.
Yeah. Crazy part is it's still faster than waiting for the parries, probably. Okay, that's spiky too.
Spiky, all right. Could be
Beetle
big moves coming here early.
with our final.
Oh, the bait bag. Nice.
So about that mix-up earlier, in terms of hints for what was on Play Golf, it turned out to not really matter.
Double bagged.
Double bag.
And the Rick's over here on outset now too, so we'll see. We'll see if I mean, because I'm curious now, right? Having the spoils bag, Tangent maybe want to put off Windfall even a little bit longer.
Until he can get,
Until he can actually get a joy pendant from somewhere.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, thinking about sources, I guess he could do DRI Secret Cave without Fire Arrows, which is slow. Anywhere else? I mean, technically Dragon Roost is open to him, but he doesn't have grapple, so he can't beat it.
Yeah, I think that would be. It's like, I don't know. It's one of those things. It's kind of fascinating. I actually really like the addition of this one check. I think you have to be careful though, because I think it's very easy to sort of ruin your route thinking about it too much. But
yeah, you definitely. It's a thing that's kind of easy to greed, right? You're like, surely I'll get a spoils bag in a wooden, or a joy pendant in a wooden soon.
Yeah, or like maybe. Oh, I think is Tanjo out of that? Okay, that was a weird camera thing.
Yo, welcome Raiders.
Yeah, so we're gonna see. Diamond Step as Rick heads out for 2 horseshoe. I'm gonna judge how Rick does his his leaf horseshoe.
I feel like Tanjo and Diamond Step was trying to get the leaf from the pot to the railing, but accidentally fell in the way he turned his camera.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think he went a little too far to the right.
I was like, I don't think. I was like, oh, it didn't even seem like he attempted it.
Yeah, he turned his camera as he got up and like lined up and then just walked into the pot, which is tilting. Okay, second chest.
I think Rick has his wind in like the opposite direction, so I don't know how that affects the second nut skip, unless he's just gonna do the roll method.
Now this is not the direction you do either. That's what you're saying.
No,
Yes.
no, I do straight. I think it's like it might be northwest technically. You do it like straight inwards to the island. It ends up being a crosswind between the cave entrance and the actual like golf platform there.
Mm.
It's good enough to do the second nut skip with the leaf. But it's also, you know, pretty manageable to leaf across because it's just a crosswind.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
Rick is going for like the true wind to the chest, right?
Yeah, wind to the chest, and he just did the roll strat for the second skip instead. So that works.
Yeah, it's a funky. It can be funky.
Lots of options, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think... I don't remember if we got... I don't think we got a random joy pendant, unfortunately.
I don't think so either. I mean, we have skipped some wooden chests. But
Yeah,
probably
I
not
mean,
worth
to
it,
be
to
fair, though,
honest.
too, we don't necessarily... It might be one of those instances, too, where if Tanjo got a random joy pendant, he'll stick around and do hide and seek.
Mm,
But if you don't, then you continue to leave hide and seek for a little bit later. But just
Yeah.
having the spoils bag early enough, you know,
Yeah,
you give yourself the opportunity to do it this first trip.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, Rick definitely with a little bit of an early lead here, I'd say. But that could easily change,
As we know, anything.
as
can
we
happen.
know. And that thus is the nature of rando. So
Yeah.
I will say the leaf start in some ways does feel like the great equalizer, though. Often leaf is just like whoever finds leaf first definitely is just given an inherent advantage. So it's
Yeah.
sort of nice to see 2 runners that are, you know, both really, really solid. Oh, I thought he was a little bit off there, but
It was pretty far to the
he
right. Yeah.
got sucked in anyways. It's like it was
Bit close.
close, but we're in there.
Very close. Yeah.
It can be fairly forgiving. And then I still feel bad because I'll miss it, and I'm like, well,
Nice.
whoopsie daisies.
Damn, lost my train of thought. Oh, do we know if Tanjo likes to go for Lenzo door cancel early without pick though?
I think often, yes. Oh, Rick going for this strat? Oh, interesting, just as a backup. You know, I never thought about that. Yeah, it's definitely a lot easier to get on that other boat. There's like a whole leaf over strat that you can do.
Yeah, especially when you're coming from that way. Yeah, that's really interesting. Pretty
Diamond Step
optimistic.
is a crazy island. There's like a ton of different paths. You can take that full right side strat and get all the way up to the ghost ship chart. And I've done that one before. It's pretty cool. But then it's like if you need the other chest, like sometimes it can be it's interesting.
Yeah, I liked that pillar climb to peak.
Yeah, the pillar climb to
second
peak.
chest.
Yeah. Part of the benefit of getting up there.
Okay, so top of boulder is dead. If Rick has read the hint, fly across is dead. So technically wind shrine is the only thing in logic here. I mean, top of boulder wouldn't be either, but... Or no, he has bait bag. I take it back.
True. That's always like the interaction that's hard to
Oh, and
remember. Oh well,
boomerang
then that
on
would have made it a
right?
little bit easier, but
Yeah.
I imagine
might
we
be-
just head out. I wouldn't bother with the secret cave out of logic.
No, not
You
without
just go
fire
straight to
knights.
Crescent and call it a day. He'll
Yeah,
be back
Crescent's.
here.
He shouldn't go to Crescent in this case because it's dead.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Um.
Normally you'd go to Crescent often first.
Yes. Yes. Crescent first is the play.
Which is funny. I never used to believe in that play, and then it's happened way too often where Crescent has an item that opens up more of paw print, and it turns out that sailing between them, especially if you can just peek Crescent, you don't even have to go all the way there. It's like, ah, that is actually not so bad, isn't it?
Yeah, difference is pretty minimal.
So I've been converted.
Good.
I'll blame
Better than
CTMC though.
Yeah.
Just you wait. Next season,
No CT.
we're opening everything.
Crazy.
I don't know. We'll see. That'll be down to what the community ends up wanting to actually do. But
Okay, open chest is spiky. Go some bombas. Oh, it's Picto.
Icto.
Okay. Punishing the early Lenzo door cancelers, such as I.
Yeah, it kind of depends for me. I think if I get windfall path hints that don't get resolved,
Which in this case we have not gotten resolved.
then I'll consider it because I want to get the hide and seek more than specifically.
Mm-hmm.
I'll worry about those sphere zeros.
Yeah, I mean, Grapple could be sitting on Ivan or Miss Marie, right?
Yeah, it looks like Tanja's actually gonna go ahead and, speaking of, is gonna go ahead and do that. So if
Yeah.
Poppy and Vera has something, that could end up being pretty rough. And if
Yeah,
Poppy
yeah.
and Vera does not have anything, that could end up, you know, not mattering and maybe even benefiting Tanjo. Because I think often he just commits to them not having anything.
Yeah, I mean, pure statistics-wise, Tanjo's going to check 4, maybe 5 checks here, right? Like, that should be very favorable. But, like, vibes-wise of the randomizer, it's a
Vibes.
much larger chance that Pompey and Vera has the grapple. Yeah, exactly, Sledge. We started with entry with the leaf. It's a Dragon Roost Cavern, so it can only be grapple or something that leads to grapple.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah,
Yeah, so...
we're back to like the good old-fashioned Goma hints. How they used to go.
Yep, yes, ma'am. The randomizer is like, oh, you made a change to DRC? You thought.
Sick. But have them synced up again, basically.
Yeah. I mean, we're pretty much all caught up except for Paw Print and DRI.
Yeah.
Right? So I think that lead that you were talking about is there. Yeah, we'll see.
It's really, yeah, not huge, but definitely, like I said, probably a little bit there.
Yeah. And it depends too on what's on Pompey and Vera.
What's on Pompey and Vera? Yeah, if it ends up being nothing, it could be a little bit of a mini time sink for Rick that Tanja may avoid.
Yeah, because Tanjo will have grapple when going to Pop Rent eventually, right? If grapple's just here.
If it's one of the accessible. It would be pretty mean if it was behind the Picto box that was there.
Yeah, that would be awful.
I've seen crazier things for sure.
Yeah. In terms of paths, we do have DRI path to Cali got resolved with that boomerang on Wind Shrine. We also have a DRC path to Godin, which could be not a lot at this point. Okay, Maggie's and Lenzo.
Interesting.
Not the spiky Tinjo wanted to see. But yeah, I mean, it could be bombs, could be bow, or it could be a pearl. Dins, to be specific.
Thank you for your specificity. Much appreciated. I wouldn't have known otherwise.
I know. I just want to make sure everyone else knows I know what the grayed out pearl on the screen is that Rick has incorrectly tracked on his tracker. I have to call him out too.
Oh, hey. Let's be honest, between Narrows and Dins, for the most part, they don't matter.
Oh, it
Although, that's a
doesn't
little bit
matter.
less true now. Din's
Yeah.
Pearl did get buffed
Hey,
this
it's a bow
season.
on hide and seek.
Oh, and Tanjo's leaving. He's gonna go for the Joy Pendant, isn't he? Yep. He's gonna do the long conversation, because even with instant text, we still have to look at all the kids
Okay.
individually.
Bottle on Pompey and Vera, so we're just extending the wait. Give the pig a little slap.
Oh, slap. Yeah, and then go pick up that Joy Pendant right there. And then there's more cutscene. So this is part of the reason why people don't usually go for this one, if you can avoid it, because you can see just how long this is.
Yeah. Yeah, what is it, like 45 seconds or something?
Yeah, it's pretty rough. But again, Tanjo wants to make sure, I imagine, to try to get that path hint resolved. Now, to be fair, it could just be, you know, potentially something behind the bow in the future, but... You know, we know it's not like Cyclos, so it's not like going to be something easy.
Yeah. No to
Oh,
mom.
to mom. Alright.
2 pieces of mail here.
Well, we know that's going to be required. For something.
Yeah.
Hard to say what. What was Pompey and Vera? Totally, I was planning to look at that.
There's a bottle.
Bottle. Ooh, okay.
So Rick's gonna go save Grandma, I assume. I actually missed where he warped to. No, he's just gonna go into FW. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
There's nothing that you could get that would really make this faster.
The only thing you would maybe want would be
Grapple.
a grapple, but that's really like a
Yeah, the small key
not
skip
that big of a deal.
Yeah, the small key skip difference between grapple and no grapple is pretty nominal, so.
Yeah, looks like Tanjo's probably gonna go for the Octo and the top of Headstone, so...
This
No,
makes
top
sense.
the Octo hint could come in clutch.
Yeah, or it could hint something we got is our third check.
Yeah, which often happens, which is why I'm not personally the biggest fan. It was interesting. If the vibe I got from Rick, and maybe it was just the seeds that happened to be on Restream for him, definitely got the vibe that Rick liked to go for that Octo early when possible, but obviously we haven't seen it and we probably won't see it. I imagine this is gonna lead straight into Forbidden Woods.
Yeah, which is
so it'll probably
right?
be a minute.
You'd think it would kind of be like a no regrets check for Rick at this point because he goes and saves Grandma. I guess you strand Big Pig. But you go and save Grandma, you go do top of Headstone, you're never coming back to Earth Temple. You have the Boomerang and Bow to do Octo however you please.
Oh, he actually save warped from the tree, so maybe this is a different angle here.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't know or doesn't want to do the double magic strat.
Oh, maybe not, okay.
Okay.
To be fair, again, not like a... It's not like actually, I think, a super well-known strat, to be completely honest with you.
I think as well, like in terms of going down here, we haven't seen the runners touch Angular yet, right? Ice Ring is dead, so you're going to loop it in a little less often. So is Boating Course. So it's kind of just down here on its own. It's a Sphere Zero that's just sitting there. And then we have the leaf to check the spiky chest, or whether the cave chest is spiky. So
That's true. Yeah, so let's see, just Tanjo probably, yeah, sail the rest of the way. All right, I'm looking. I'm ready to look at the right side. I'm ready to actually read the hint. In a second here, when she's done with her long freaking animation.
I'm always so ready when this is happening, and then I become unready when it's.
Yeah, and then you're like, whoa, Moplin's letter. Like, let me go track that while I hold the B button. Horseshoe
Horseshoe
has spoils
spoiled.
bag.
Wow. Oh,
Great.
am I surprised? No.
Wait, so that was a repeat hint. She didn't even give a
Yes.
new hint? I thought she had to go. Oh, I thought her hint was different. Oh, that's tough.
No, I've definitely. Yeah, that's like the worst when it's both a repeat hint and something you've already gotten. It's like double whammy.
That's some balone.
But I'm always so scared.
Yo, the heart.
Full one.
Honestly, yeah, it's kind of like, that is one of those items where you're like, maybe I do just grab this real quick.
Yeah, it's kind of rare to be honest.
Yeah. And this is not like freaking A Link to the Past where
Health is everything.
There's like, well, health is everything, and there's like 12 full heart containers or something.
Yeah, that's true.
A lot of bosses in that game.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, there definitely have been seeds that I've played
Oh,
where
roll
it's paid
strat.
off.
Oh my
Ooh,
god, what a gamer.
that's clean.
Roll clip strat.
And it's the last pearl.
Din's Pearl.
So, bombs are in Dragoner's Cavern or behind it. Yeah, so, I mean, there have been seeds that I've played where it's paid off, Sludge, and that's what keeps me going for it. It's like a gambler's fallacy.
100%. Alright, Rick, break the bulb, please. No. No, break the bulb on the door.
Is it faster? If you do it
Because it's
now?
usually just free time save.
Yeah.
You often have time to break it really quick and still go up. I mean, maybe his cycle was a little bit tighter there. But part of the benefit of ending up, well, not benefit, but because that path, the reason why that's not like what you do every time is because it is slower than doing the version with the grapple. But if you are going to go that way, part of that time loss can be mitigated by breaking open that door ahead of time.
Yeah.
But
Unfortunately,
people always forget.
Yeah. I'm guilty. I'm guilty.
Go underneath peak.
Grapple can't be in or behind Dragoner's Cavern because we had a hinted path to Goma. Well, actually, could it be somewhere in DRC? No. No, I don't think it could. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Gold.
The Tando. Let's see, is he going for the secret? No, he's not. Bido!
Bido. So I imagine.
This is why Din's Pearl used to be my least favorite pearl, but now it solidifies the lava again. So now I kind of like it again, though.
Yeah. You just have to be good and not talk to Bido. Just be fast.
Yeah, I hate that guy.
Yeah, so I imagine Tandra's going to do something like check as much of DRC
Do you remember to
as he
set
can.
good wind here? Okay, no, he's... Maybe he didn't, so he's just making sure. Oh, that might have been
Pretty
doable.
good.
That might have been usable.
Dece. But yeah, I imagine he's going to do as much of DRC as he can, open the warp pot, and then hopefully what he needs, bombs, or what leads to bombs, are early enough in DRC that he can get them dip and then come back, like, I don't know, after Taji or something.
Yeah, we do have the early game dungeons, so dungeon warp pots are definitely a play here.
Yeah, he also has an option of FW, right? Because all three lead to each other.
Yeah.
DRC, FW, Taji, in a little loop.
So, yeah, I don't, I guess a solid choice.
Yeah, definitely don't.
Really not that going to be that bad to get back up here, in theory. Shouldn't be. Especially with the Forbidden Woods action.
Could have hookshot in DRC, grapple in Wizrobe Cave, and yeah, you're right. That's true. That's a possibility. Yeah. I feel like the amount of times I have bow to shoot down the platform in DRC in Season 7 was like less than previous seasons. I could be crazy, but maybe I just ended up going here earlier.
Maybe you're not, yeah, man's like, maybe you're not greedy enough.
I tried to be greedy.
I'm so greedy when I play this rando. Sometimes to my detriment.
Time save is everything.
Nice roll there by Tanta, a little time
nice
save.
roll. What a gamer.
What a gamer. Rick finishes out the, well, already finished out the basement. Yeah, see, so if you had broken the bulb earlier, you don't have to wait for it to die here. It's like a very small little thing, but...
2 seconds is everything. As
That's the idea behind why you do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Boomerang strats? Drew strats?
Yes, ma'am.
Pretty
Show us
nice.
your
Nice little
nest.
peek here. Ding. Oh, small item. Could be good. Probably is. If you can't see it, it's usually good. Nope, not this time.
Oh, the hubris.
But didn't even have to go into the room because the other chests are dead, so we take
true.
that.
We do take that. Is he gonna... Wait, didn't he cut down the platform, or the big flower?
Yeah. We're storing them. We don't think we have the boss key.
Oh, that's right. He already
Or,
went
sorry, the big key. Oh god. No.
She's already OT brain. Let's go.
Oh, T-Brain. I played one seed. And I'm
Season
pretty
8,
sure the
let's
whole time I
go.
called them big keys the whole time.
Just retroactively. Okay, so he must have... I must not have been paying enough attention. He must have skipped the
I didn't see where it was, yeah, but he obviously already found the small key, so wherever it was, you know.
Yeah.
Unless it's like hyper convenient, like this room, we just don't bother.
Yeah. That makes sense.
I don't know if I could go through another Uter seed. Oh, wrong one. It's the right side. This one. Ding.
To be fair, I feel like Uter settings are probably going to be more palatable than what you set up for yourself for the multi. But
Maybe. I want to try and make Wind Waker rando-ified settings for Uter one of these days, but I need to do more rando seeds to actually understand what that is. Because I feel like them Uter players, they play their randos so different to how we play ours. And I'm like, can I make it?
it's the political way of putting it.
Yeah.
We got to be careful what we
Oh,
say.
it's gonna be
Oh,
close.
no!
Yeah, we got the sword combo.
I hate
That's
that.
tough.
That's my worst nightmare.
Yeah, the one cycle with Hero Sword is not free.
Can you hit the bull with arrows?
You can, yeah. Same way that you can hit with fire arrows. It's just fire arrows do more damage.
Oh, and you probably don't have enough time before the vines start coming up, huh? If you just use normal arrows at the beginning.
Yeah, I think trying to YOLO that, I mean, because he knows the hit is, yeah, he knows how low health what.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember if I wasn't fully counting. I'm like, yeah, it's either 1 or 2 hits. It usually only ever is 1 or 2 hits. Oh, they're bombs. Wow.
Oh my god.
That's pretty
What?
cool. Well, delivery bag.
Okay, so
Wolf
that's...
Runner's getting some solid items
Our
there.
grapple is probably on Windfall behind delivery bag.
It could very easily, yeah.
And
we know at
that-
least one of those letters is required as well, so.
Yeah. No to mom. Okay, so that's why, yeah. So grapple is behind DRC after all.
Dang, look, and there's one of those joy pendants that would have been so nice to just grab that one instead of having to do the long cutscene, but.
Yeah, one that Rick is maybe gonna have.
Also time for some rando exclusive strats.
Backwards with a sword, let's go.
You know, I just realized for some reason I always take the burning stick. That's probably a bad idea. I should definitely be taking the sword.
Unfortunately, objectively worse, yeah. Okay, sword on Orca Mill. Right, was that Orca Mill?
Yeah, and the reason I call Brando exclusive is you can't normally exit the doors just like that with a weapon. But that was added for Rando because it's cool. That makes sense.
It does make sense. Fixing oversights by the developers.
Yeah.
Okay, it was
You can sort of do it in the vanilla version, but it's like really janky and bad and inconsistent and a bunch of baloney.
So,
Oh, interesting.
yeah, it was actually sword on Bombale, sharp.
Like Tanjo kind of greeted that peak a little bit, and now he's paying for it pretty bad.
Did. This is a little bit more of a time loss than like trying to walk out of a room in case something is nothing.
Yeah, I usually just chuck the stick and just eat the cutscene here.
Ledge grab too. So it was faster to just not use leaf at that point. It's wallet. Okay.
What? One check. Could have been 2 if we had FF, but isn't, so we don't.
Ooh, nifty little drop from ledge there. Oh. Okay. Spooky.
I got Rick. I gotta go and pick up this angular. Oh. Drove the boat a little bit farther than I imagine he planned.
I
Happens,
feel
though.
that. Yeah. You're like, what happened? I pressed the same inputs game.
Yeah. Dropped inputs. I blame the
Ooh, lining up on the left side.
emulator. Maybe I actually don't know. I think Rick plays on emulator right now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Always blame Dolphin for everything.
Got the
honestly.
weird ledge grab.
Hate that.
I don't think that was mashing A either. I'm pretty that'll just happen sometimes. Now, sometimes that'll happen and it's because you got caught mashing in 4K. All right, do the good movement. Do the good movement.
What? Me? Never.
Let's go. That's the good movement, Rick. Thank you.
And
Not enough people do that movement
Right?
either.
Never seen that. That's
Yeah, you
really
can just
cool.
get a bunch of the little like corner hop instant grabs. Much faster. People often do the hop up and I die inside. I think I have a clip where I was like, I posted it in race strats at one point. I'm like, people, please, do me a favor.
Only Rick watched it. I missed it.
I mean, to be fair, yeah, actually, there's a decent chance he did. I think he was probably a newer-ish runner at that time. This is a while ago now. And I know for me, when I was new, I was just like, yes, feed me the strats, yes, make me stronger, yes. You know, I mean, I still kind of do that. Like, anybody posts a strat in there, I'm gonna definitely check it out.
Yeah.
But there have definitely been times where there's like lots being posted, and it's been a little bit quieter lately, which happens. It's deeper in a season, and not quite maybe as much new. Like when we first added CTMC, so all of a sudden it was like peak strats go crazy.
No, major respect. I think it's sick.
Alright, does Tanjo go for the 1 frame turnaround for the memes? No. I don't think he even attempted it. To be fair, he does need to go talk to Maggie, so you could argue it's a very, very, very slight time loss, but
I think he would actually argue that.
he might. What a nerd. What was on this ferry? I don't even remember. Oh, Model Insider. That's where that was. I know our hint was useless.
Yeah.
The required spoils bag. Rick with a slight reaction on his webcam, y'all can't see, but it was.
There's the grapple.
And there's the grapple. So it was grapple locked in DRC the whole time. Coral tried to trick us. And to be fair, he kind of did. But Tanjo did not fully take that bait. After checking a bunch of other stuff on Windfall and not finding grapple, but hey.
Including the 45-second joy pendant.
Yeah, whereas Rick with the bombs, I think this is probably part of this angle here.
Yes, absolutely.
Not having that grapple, you found the bombs. I mean, this dungeon is open, so yep.
Yeah.
This is the play.
Acquired double dip DRC is diabolical.
At least not so bad with these dungeons, but
That is true. It could be like DRC ET Wind Temple.
yeah. So I think this is going to be Forbidden Woods angle for Tanjo. I think basically guaranteed at this point. After Paw Print, of course. I forgot he hasn't actually gone there.
Which there is a
It'll
spiky at the top. So
Yeah, it'll be Paw Print first, and then Forbidden Woods. Yeah, see, I guess the dungeon secrets, these were the strats that were kind of like the big and new this season. I Rick should just go ahead and save warp here. You don't make this cycle, unfortunately. The one downside when that dungeon secret is required, you gotta go over and get, you lose your cycle timing.
Hammer
Hammer.
was on
Note
Note to Mom.
We'll see. Wait, that was Note to Mom.
Yeah.
Because Note to Mom is the spoils bag.
Yes.
So that means that there's something at Cabana.
Okay.
And there's something in Cabana is required.
So the fairy was just making sure we didn't forget.
Yeah, really making sure that we got that.
Looking out for us.
Alright, so that is info. Yeah. It would be a little bit less specific if we had either ET or Earth Temple or Wind Temple in logic, but without
Or
those
even with
hammer, or even I guess Forsaken Fortress. Basically, none of the endgame dungeons means hammer opens up almost nothing.
Yeah, only this
But
dungeon set makes that hint interesting.
very specific, yeah. So hammer unlocks 2 checks.
I think they say that just going ahead and doing scale the wall is always faster than peeking it and coming back if you don't have like an explosive or way to break the rock. Tanjo definitely gonna get paid off in this instance though, where it's like
I'm
if
definitely a
wooden-
fan. I just climb it.
Yeah.
I don't mess around.
Oh, it's hook shot.
Hook
See?
shot. Okay, we take that.
Yeah. Now the question is, well, he can't even do. I don't think he has the arrows to do Wizard Cave if he wanted to.
I might not.
So.
Yeah,
think it's
especially with
pretty low.
no magic arrows.
Yeah.
We're doing the new classic. Well, I guess it can't be new and
New
classic,
classic.
but the new hotness of left side floor 1 skip with chest storage. I'm gonna go proceed straight to the mini boss. Although actually, was the mini boss something? I don't remember.
Yeah, it was hinted a sword.
It was hinted a sword. Okay, I knew it was hinted. I couldn't remember if it was hinted something or if it was hinted nothing.
Yeah.
Because
Luckily,
in the
it's
case of being
something.
nothing, you probably don't want this storage hitbox.
Exactly.
Actually,
Yeah. So glad it is something. But yeah, this is sick. I like kind of stuck to my old ways for a bit, and then I caved, and I like this strat.
yeah, Golden is a good point. Yeah, the hookshot actually does give us pseudo access to Cabana. So I
True.
think you're right. We are gonna go ahead and chase whatever's on that ham.
It's not bombs, which we know it is. Could be power bracelets.
Could be power bracelets, but I don't think power bracelets would be marked as required in that case.
Big pig.
Oh, true. Wait, that's right. That's a good point.
So Tanjo's definitely hoping, or if you're a Tanjo fan, you're hoping for power bracelets, Cabana, right? And something on bombs.
Do you know Bomb Island is something though?
We don't. I feel like, call me crazy or like preemptive, but I feel like he kind of needs as much as he can in that regard. So I feel like he's still kind of swinging from behind.
Maybe a little bit. It's a little harder to tell though because they've sort of done some different stuff for a bit now. But
Yeah, that's true. Is that required
yeah, we'll see.
sword? Now, DRC Path to Godin is interesting as well. Because what would that be? Because Rick hasn't done DRC and he has everything he needs for Godin.
It's probably yeah, delivery bag. Maybe delivery bag. Because delivery bag leads to grapple, and grapple.
Oh, we have leaf. Starting.
Ooh. No, grapple required though to get into Forbidden Woods technically to get those bombs. Sorry,
You're right,
that's.
you're right.
I lost the train. I had that thought in my brain.
Sorry,
I
I
lost the
glitched
train of
off.
thought after you asked me the question and like re-find it again. Yeah, I think that's likely what it would be.
Okay, no, that makes 100% sense.
Yeah.
I guess it. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, so we have one item here in all of Cabana, this whole island, but this has to be something. It's gonna be just like a shard, though. Technically required, but not
Probably,
interesting.
yeah. Fire and
Oh,
ice.
or never mind. It'll be really good. All right, let's go. That's actually pretty good for Tanjo as well.
It does suck that Ice Ring is hinted dead this seed, because that would be 100% your next check
Definitely, definitely.
in any other seed. But. Oh, Becreebers. Dear God.
I should not remember if we saw a transparent chest with Spiky or not.
I think it was dead.
It often is. Yeah, Tanjo's actually just gonna go for Forbidden Woods.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I kind of forgot about Ice Ring being done.
I mean, they did blaze through the hints. So.
Yeah.
I'd have them open myself. Just a bit of a cheat. Okay.
Mirror Shield? Useless?
Yeah, Angular was dead, right? So it's not.
Yeah.
Cosmetics. We also have a technically required hammer that Rick will also probably get, so both shields doing nada. Okay. Love to see a top of platforms, nothing.
Something I'd like to see from Tanjo. I think it actually makes the most sense to finish Forbidden Woods fully first, and then you save warp out of the boss room, and then go to DRC from there, because then you can pick up DRI, and then I'm sure he'll do Fire Mountain, which I don't agree with, but it's fine.
It's a pain you'll have to bear.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because like sometimes you want to grab this right away, because getting up to this point is tough, but if you go out this dungeon, you're still gonna eat like the extra sort of save warp and whatever, so... Thinking, but again, I have a lot more, you know, freedom to try to process the slight time differences.
Yeah,
Tanjo also opting into the heart container.
He thought about skipping it.
Yeah, it's funny because I don't actually know how Rick ended up getting up to another heart, but
How did he miss
that's
the bomb there?
unfortunate.
Excuse me?
Wait, are you talking about Tanjo or?
Yeah. He dropped the bomb and oh, you can't quick spin bomb flowers.
Yeah, the bomb flowers. Yeah, they don't break. If you hit them though, they do break faster, which is why runners will do it. I was gonna go back to DRC right away.
Unlucky.
All right, all right. To be fair, warping to DRI is not that bad.
Yeah, maybe he is hoping to skip it. I mean,
that's fair. That's a good point, actually.
If he can come back with a higher arrow count too, he could do DRI into either Fire Mountain or Wiz Rope and flip over the other one.
True. Unfortunately, these dungeons are kind of rough to get arrows.
Yeah.
And he's already sort of done the one room the arrows are dropped in, being the pot room.
I guess if he goes to FW and then like does Overworld before Taji, which would probably.
Also, I totally missed it on Rick's side, but he must have gotten the Wizrobe spawn over there.
Oh, interesting.
I forgot to point it out. You don't see him too often, but we've been seeing him so much more lately. Because normally you don't progress back to that section after doing the mini boss like you would in like vanilla.
Oh right,
so,
yeah, for the first Armos.
Yeah. So it's been happening a lot more because we tend to start with the left side first and end on the right side. So what triggers that Wizrobe spawn is opening the mini boss chest. Specifically.
Oh, okay.
That's what triggers it. Wait, am I tripping out? Did we just watch this from Rick?
Oh, Fire and Ice. I don't think so.
Isn't he just playing the song like 2 seconds? Did his stream like skip back a little? Maybe it's just on my end. I'm like, am I tripping? Deja vu. Yeah, but yeah, the other bow though. You're right.
Oh, joy. Wow. Okay, so any advantage about Fire and Ice negated on Tanjo's side.
True.
And Rick now guaranteed not to have to watch the cutscene for the kids. Although, did he do that already? I can't remember.
Did he do the spoils bag check? No, I don't believe so.
No, he doesn't have notes mom.
I mean, I was gonna say you can check and see if he's got note to mom, which he doesn't, so.
Yeah. Unlucky. Well, lucky for Rick.
I think it was just an on my end thing.
Yeah, you're still watching the command melody play. You're like, this is taking longer than normal. Boomerang for Goma. It's just a
Pretty good.
wob. Insult to injury.
And I realized we had a big Q skip angle for Rick. Was it floating
You're right.
platforms, or it might be hop across then? Actually,
No,
I'm
it
not
wasn't
sure.
floating platforms.
Okay.
Drove up the wooden. So hop across it is.
Probably hop across then.
Hop across, skip coming in clutch. Okay, I just did a thing where Rick skipped back. My bad, I was watching it too far in the.
Is that actually where he is? I was
just
watching him
entered.
mid-boss fight, and now he's back there.
Yeah, he just entered on my end.
They're both skipping around just a little bit. It's okay. We can talk more in general. I mean, it's just boss fight central.
It's true.
Tanja's gonna have to go back to Forbidden Woods. Finish that up.
Rick still hasn't done his required DRC double dip. Which
This is true.
actually, the way it's working out, he's not gonna have the warp pods. Or like a quick warp pod.
Yeah,
So
that's
he will
true.
have to walk back in.
Because he's done the other dungeons, yeah.
Yeah, so that actually works out for Tanja there.
It's like in an effort to try to avoid the double dip.
You're
That
doing
it turns out it was unavoidable, and now he's
Yeah.
actually gonna have to do like the full-blown double dip instead.
Yeah. Greed, one of the 7 sins.
One of the
Right?
Yeah.
I think.
There's wrath, sloth,
Mm.
gluttony, greed. What else? I had more of them in my head. They disappeared as I started saying the other ones. Whatever. There's a bunch. There's like 7. Something
Alright.
something SpongeBob characters. You know what I'm saying?
Legend, I have a ban button. Be careful.
And
Damn, am I... Okay, that's just been a Discord thing recently, I think.
you sound good to me. Although maybe I have you boosted.
I think you have me boosted.
I might. Let's see. Oh yeah, I've got you at 160.
God damn it, what is happening?
160. I don't know.
That is frustrating.
It happens.
Came back from SGL and it was like my mic just cut itself by 50% in volume.
Maybe something in Windows settings. All right, Tanja, break the bulb. Tanja, you can do it. Oh my god. Again, I guess
pain.
the cycle was a little awkward, I suppose. That's probably the idea behind both of them not doing it, but
Yeah.
I cry every time. Make your movement cleaner, and then we'll have a little bit more time. I'm just, yeah. I say is I'm already out of this season. Probably one of my probably one of my worst performances in a while. So I
Doesn't
swear I can
help
still
when
I swear I can still run with the kids.
Yeah, well, it doesn't help when you say you're gonna not do any seeds besides your tournament seeds.
That's true. I didn't really practice. This is a good point. Turns out practice is helpful. Who would have thought?
Never predicted.
Science could never, would never. And you're not going for the peak straw. I actually kind of prefer this way too.
I have to equip telescope.
Because you can kind of half peek it right there. You can sort of beat out the cycle. Like the idea behind not doing the peak, it's less about the time spent during the peak and more about the cycle works out perfectly if you rush straight up there, and if you don't, then you kind of miss out, generally speaking. Rick's out of magic here. I guess it doesn't have hammer, so ice arrows are maybe not quite as good as they could have been. So never mind. We are seeing Star Island from him. This will be a first-time check on the stream.
True.
We have not seen what Star Island holds. I know a lot of runners are. This is definitely up there in their list of locations to just worry about last.
Yeah.
And it's understandable. It's not great.
There are a lot of shards remaining, or like a good bit still, I should say. Maybe a lot.
Oh, Tanja committing to the left side here first. No bombs to skip the big key. With the more convenient chests that aren't over here. Again, I don't remember where it ended up being. If it was one of the basement checks, that's some time save that's unfortunate to miss out on. Which it looks like it might have been. Tanjo's gonna go all the way up here to get that silver rupee.
Huh.
Or not.
Based.
Fair enough.
Bombs
Yeah, I guess you can always come back in here and store more fit, to be fair. Yeah, because bombs were on Cali, so we're definitely not using them to store the 2 Mothula room chest. I think Tanjo's just committing to collecting any key chests that he sees now.
Okay. Maybe it was this one?
No, this is the small key.
Unlucky.
Yeah, so one of these other chests down here is the big key. Oh, do we know which one's the big key?
Locked tree trunk was dead.
Okay, so then the big key is just vanilla, and then Rick just didn't bother grabbing. I guess he didn't have hookshot like Tanjo does, so this is a lot faster with hookshot. You just grab real fast.
That is true.
I think this has to be it. Alright, and Rick is checking deer on. I guess it's not. Then I don't know where the big key is.
Wait, maybe it was... Surely it wasn't hinted, because then Tanjo wouldn't have done left side first.
It's not the double Mothula, so he must have it. I just assumed that Rick didn't. Oh, power bracelets are what's in the DR secret. So bomb-locked power bracelets. Oh, it's what's down here. No.
Damn, that's
Okay. Yeah, just go ahead and save warp again. Better than climbing out of that room. Alright, a little bit of a Fire Mountain angle. So those power bracelets end up being nothing, and if Fire Mountain ends up being dead. Yeah, there's a chance that Tanjo doesn't go over there for a bit.
He just goes straight to Tachi.
Still missing all the swords that Rick has, though. But Rick's actually gotta still get into DRC, grab that delivery bag, leave, do those checks, get his light arrows from Cabana. He's got still quite a bit of stuff left to do as well.
Yeah, where were...
They both kind of have.
Where's the last sword? Was that on... Star?
I don't remember. Yeah, I mean, I think the only sword that I saw was one that was in Tower of the Gods.
The hinted one, yeah. I think another sword was on Bombman.
Interestingly, even after everything, Tanjo is also going to be forced to attempt this one cycle with the hero sword.
Yeah.
Could have gone for fire arrows, but I understand not, especially with bombs. Without bombs, rather.
Okay.
3, 4. Nice.
Well
4 quick spins, 4 quick ones, and we're out of there. That will be bombs for Tanjo. So we'll see what he chooses to do. And Rick is going to go ahead and take those power bracelets all the way back. And I see that he was warping away from DRI, which can only mean one thing.
Eeg peeg.
That the rumors were true. And Fire Mountain continues to suck ass. If he's warping away from DRI, he clearly didn't find anything in there worthwhile.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Color me surprised.
Yeah.
Oh, he does have this. I forgot he'd never see a grandma. Yeah, this bottle he does have over Tanjo, it being on Pompey and Vera. I mean, he ended up grabbing the fairy from in Forbidden Woods, so he didn't have it for a while there. Optimal fairy routing.
That's true. Star coming in clutch if you're a Rick fan. I don't know how Tanjo feels about Star either.
I'm not sure, but I mean, you know, if he's like, I don't know if I want to go back to DRI right now and do those things. Like, you can only put off so much stuff.
That's true.
Yeah. There's a limit to the number of checks that you can greed, right? Like, he's already probably not going to do Pompey and Vera, you know, if he can avoid it. So. Oh yeah, I don't think we saw Bomb Island from Rick either. I think because he sailed in the other direction. Never
We've
made his
not
way
seen
back
Bomb,
over there
yeah.
yet. So this will be a first as well. They have Grandma Mail and we'll see Big Pig too. So lots of new checks coming in.
Oh, it's the other
Grandma
Picto.
Deluxe. Picto locked Picto. That could matter. Minenko has something. If Minenko does not have anything, then... Well, we'll see. Maybe the lack of other Picto will scare Tanjo, or maybe he'll feel better about not worrying about it.
Mhm.
We shall see. Big Pig, yoink.
Lenzo gave Grandma a Picto when they were a thing.
Dang, does Grandma know that Lenzo's moved on?
Quasi's got the lore.
Long distance is hard, to be fair. So, maybe...
Especially on the other side
Oh,
of the world.
silver.
Okay, Big Pig's nothing.
Big Pig is nothing. So a DRI return visit would be unnecessary for Tanjo. But
DRI nothing. Fire Mountain nothing.
no, so we'll see. We'll see if he ends up committing to that or not. But it's tough to say. Those are sort of two slower-ish locations, but they do link into each other. And he's probably itching to use those fire ice for something. But looks like we're gonna go dungeoneering first.
Yeah,
Big old swath of checks makes sense.
And we get to see Minenko, right? Pretty much.
This
right
could be
away.
damning. This could be damning. If this is something
Okay.
here.
It's the wrong shiny yellow object.
Yeah, that was to say, that's all we're looking for at this point, is we're looking for the shards, so... Close. Almost.
Okay, so Picto completely dead. Coral getting in the way. Fucking Coral.
As long as we make this cycle, we're fine.
True. Only did. Yeah, no worries.
I don't remember what this was.
Minisa. Oh yeah, useless.
I was like, what's that item?
Alright, but Creepers, now's your chance. Get ready for another round of disappointment.
Yeah, though, to be fair, we are running out of locations for these shards to be.
We are. I'm
So-
being egotistical, but this is probably a shard.
Nah, it'd still be nothing.
So true.
It's gonna be Heart Piece. That's my call. Heart Piece incoming.
Like another joy pendant would be swell.
I agree with
Oh,
you. Oh, we landed on the door.
I've never
That was
seen
interesting.
That's impressive.
And
Oh, treasure chart.
the chart, the chart. No talent, Tanjo, you're not going for Alex's bow strat. Come on. If you
This is
fire
another one.
arrow, the torch that's closer to you, quickly, yeah, it'll hit the water, and you can immediately fire arrow the next torch, so you don't have to wait for the particles to dissipate.
Oh,
Shoutouts to Alex for that. That's his strat.
that's sick.
I will continue to bring it up until I see people start implementing it more.
Wait, hold on. I didn't even realize there was a hints pop out on the commentary page.
Wait, is there really?
Top left, yeah. That's sick.
I don't know if I see it on mine, but it's okay. I don't even.
It's very.
I wasn't gonna pay
transparent.
attention to it either. Let's be honest. Oh, there is a spiky on the island. A needle rock here.
Okay.
Yeah, these are also new. We never saw this from Mr. Tanjo.
Rick with 0 arrows.
Yeah. Hey, just enough to get in here. That's all that matters.
Pulling a jet.
This will be a good refill to potentially open up some Wizrobe cave action if necessary.
That is true. Has to walk around for all of these now that he lost the initial position.
Good shots though. Well,
Spiky.
the cave's got something. You love to see it.
Most likely a shard. I'm crazy for that. Yeah.
Oh, how did you know? Oh my god. Yeah, Rick's still really probably hoping for, like, I don't know, grapple or something. I don't remember how the hints might have panned out for him. If he just sort of has to know that he has to go in there. The double shard action.
I think it could have been if lights were fire and ice locked.
Maybe,
Or bow
yeah.
locked, because they got a bow on Windfall, so it still could have been.
So now, does he do any additional overworld cleanup? No. Straight to DRI. To do DRC. Lots of acronyms. Everybody loves a good acronym. I'm definitely not sick of them at work. Nope, not me.
No, me neither. Especially acronyms that, like, there are multiple different meanings for.
Yeah.
Like, who
Yeah,
can...
I hate it. My work has acronyms for stuff that are like common in speedrunning things, and it throws me off
Really?
constantly. Yeah,
That's crazy.
not like often, but there are some. Like we have the RNG, which is like it's like a reference distributing module. I don't remember exactly what it stands for. Maybe it's like radio network something, but I'm like, no, it's random number generator. God damn.
They're like, okay, yeah, today, folks, will you please get ISG? You're like, what the hell?
Like, if only I could IRL.
Okay, and Tanjo going up for a bit of a different...
This is setup. You haven't seen this one? The Tanjo special only works the first time, and if you don't get it the first time, then you have to do something different.
I should amend that statement. I probably have seen this before and just not paid attention.
Just not, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, because you side hop as part of his setup. Oh, missed his stick throw. Back up with the fire arrows. Part of the setup is you do a side hop with the statue's, like, I don't know, platform that lowers. So that's why you only get one chance at that version.
Yeah, it's gone if you avoid.
Yeah, Tanjo's just playing as Linka. He's just recolored it.
It took me until now, and I'm pretty sure like the page like refreshed a while ago to realize that I had lost audio.
Oh,
Just listening to nothing.
we're both in dungeons, so, you know. A little dungeon ambiance.
Yeah.
12 hours of DRC dungeon ambiance.
Oh god.
I hate doing that version of that bomb strat that Tanjo just did.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I'm so bad at timing the bomb into that wall when I throw it. I don't trust myself to just do the leap.
I'm the same. I'm like, I miss it enough when I can try it again easily.
Yeah, it gives you like a little bit of bonus,
Like window?
yeah, just a tiny bit, but it's not really like that big of a difference. Yeah, Rick at least can do this, this right side in reverse. It did open up the dungeon warp, so perhaps some presence of mind that grapple may not be here. I mean, because again, we know the path was something else on Windfall, right? So
Yeah.
I think he probably knows at this point.
Yeah.
And one of the changes this season, or not this season, one of the changes semi recently, adding in a quick way to get back into Forbidden Woods once you've entered it with a warp.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Probably gonna be faster.
yeah, definitely faster, I think, to do that, yeah, than climb up all of DRI.
Yeah, I forgot about that honestly earlier when. Ooh, Tantra going for the no. Oh, nice. Statueless.
Did you do the ladder side hop? I missed it.
I think so. Yeah.
Hopefully.
Well, I looked over, and he was leafing over without any statues. So I don't know if there's a way to do that without.
I definitely told him to do that in the past. I taught him that.
You know,
I mean, I stole it from Mr. Alberto, the Wind Waker HD runner, but
Let me check the VOD.
I'm trying to bring that into to the Wind Waker SD. Oh, Rick's wind is not Not at all what you want for this strat over here. Unfortunately, directly north. I'm trying to go south-southwest. Tough.
Okay, I can confirm Tanjo did do the ladder side hop.
Let's go. That's right. If y'all are not doing that side hop strat, do it. It makes statue lists free. The only thing is if the keys are active, sometimes doing that the target side hop is a little tricky. Part of the reason why I like to kill at least one of the keys, if not both.
Yeah, Tanjo's gonna have lights on Rick pretty soon here. But then yeah, there's the sword at Star.
Hey, look, there is that Wizrobe. He is here.
No.
A little bit of trouble targeting him for a second there, though.
Yeah, choose had other ideas in mind.
Rick wants to go ahead and grab this. Make sure he gets all the items available, because, like I said, I think at this point he probably has to know that he's double dipping this.
Yeah.
Just based on how the hints have kind of worked out.
Yeah. Bobby, especially with the path hint of
Yeah.
uh
No bomb pull.
it's gross.
There we go. And there's a delivery bag that he'll need. A little bit of a shake of the head.
Yeah. The resigned half smile.
I think he kind of understands that that's likely where his grapple is.
Yeah.
I guess he has both Pictos, so yeah, at this point. Oh, normal arrow, ice arrow. There.
Somewhere in between.
Somewhere in between.
There's lights for Tanjo.
And lights for Tanjo. He's also gonna have to do the boss key skip.
Shoutouts to ZSR for the correct way to display light arrows on the tracker. There's that joy.
Oh, I didn't realize that Dungeon Secret was vanilla.
Yep.
Yeah, this is sort of funny. So we've added in that one spoils check that requires a joy pendant. Nice storage from Tanjo.
Yeah.
Using the dry spot instead of the bombs. What was I saying? Oh yeah, but then we randomize those dungeon secret spots, which those are guaranteed like single time joy pendant locations, but now we can't use them generally speaking because they're usually not joy pendants.
Yeah.
Like saving a little bit of time over Tanjo in this room
Yeah.
by not doing whatever shenanigans he got up to.
To be fair, he did have fire and ice, so it's doing what he did is like always how you play the room.
Yeah, that's true.
He didn't even have the option to greet it. Not to say that Tanjo's play was the right choice, though.
Right, now, does Tanjo change the wind direction? No. Yeah, so you jump out to the right, and then you don't need to do it. Yep. Good. Good. Yeah, that's been kind of coming into the... That's crept into the meta a little bit more.
Interesting.
You do not need to change the wind, as long as you're proactive about it, because, you know, with normal entrance, your wind is basically always north. Oh, didn't get quite pushed off. That was a good save. He's definitely going to be a 2-cycle on his head, though. I might not even have gone for that third arrow. Like, ain't no way it's going to hit.
Scared me when you're like, the Tanjo changed the wind direction. I was like, God damn it, Tanjo.
No, that was like, will he? Because I'm curious. Because Rick didn't either. He did that method as well.
No, I was not.
Another hand respawn is a little unlucky here for Tanjo with his last elemental arrow. Kind of stop doing elemental arrows on Godon.
Yeah, I know you're not.
It feels like a little confirmation bias, but I do think that the feel like you get more hand respawns on elemental arrows. Like I feel like somebody tried testing it and they said that that wasn't true, but it definitely feels like that's true way more often. Plus, I find I can much more consistently one cycle these phases if I use normal arrows.
Oh, because you don't have to switch back. You just have a little more time.
Yeah, you can generally fire the first arrow on the eye a bit faster, and that makes all the difference. It's super low on arrows now. Could make a quick visit to the beetle, although he has at least one, right? So he could go to Needle Rock, and that could be a good. I think he has actually like only one.
Which he does need to do. He does need to go to Needle Rock.
Yeah, it just makes it tough because then he'll have to leave the cave to trigger the switch on Needle's Rock.
Not that bad, honestly.
On the Needle Rock. No, it's really not that bad.
Where there's a needle. But it's not.
Either that or he just goes and buys some ammo here. Either way. I remember I was talking to somebody recently and they're like, wait, that beetle has arrows? And I'm like, yeah, isn't that messed up?
Oh, I did not know that either, I think.
Yeah, the beetle on yeah.
Rick
definitely reacting to that grapple location. So,
Yeah,
but he still needs to collect a couple more things here. We need to go ahead and get that, at least that hook shot.
120 into the seed with your other dungeons cleared.
Yeah.
1 shard and 1 bow from Go mode. I think that's like one of the latest grapples I've ever seen in this.
Yeah, that is pretty wild. Almost grapple Go mode. Very close.
Very close to grapple Go mode.
Something I don't know if have we seen Cabana Deed location? It's gotta be somewhere.
We haven't actually.
There's probably a decent chance it's actually on Zunari.
Zunari either, yeah.
It might actually have to be Zunari, thinking about it. We might know where all the shards are. Tanjo's sword that he's missing is on Star. He's missing 2 shards from Needle Rock. But then no, maybe we don't know where everything is just yet. Close. Getting there. Getting there. Yeah, right now this is looking like somewhat close, but I think part of that due to Rick's dip over to DRI and Fire Mountain, which Tanjo has not done and may not need to do, was not required, but he might still do it. And we haven't seen these rock spire checks. I kind of forgot.
It's true. True. If this first one is here, like the first one has a shard, then Tanjo ends up wasting time. Probably over Rick, unless Rick goes here as well, in which case he would be looking for his bow that he doesn't find. We've seen Angular. It's nothing on the invisible chest. Treasure chart.
So gunboat, nothing.
We did.
And Tanjo's magic is completely dry. Which means he's gonna have to bomb all 3 of these boulders.
Not me, someone who usually bombs all 3 boulders.
Come on, Sis.
There's
if you have leaf and magic.
Yeah.
You really only need to bomb 1 of them, but you can kind of hit those 2 together, so you're better off doing that. And if you want to be really technical about it, you actually technically don't need to bomb any of them. But that is a really pretty tight leaf pump strat. Really not easy. And you need really good leaf pumps, and you also need like a pretty solid ledge grab as well to make that work. It is possible. You can get it with just leaf.
Yeah. Well, there's a reason I went out at 13.
To be fair, we've never had this check be in our season settings before, so.
Yeah.
Spiky. Cabana dude, incoming.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Oh, or not.
Okay. I mean, Rick's about to find that too. So
Yeah.
he'll just be missing his lights on
And Cabana.
and
Yeah.
Hookshot. Where was Hookshot?
Hookshot was somewhere on Windfall, I thought.
I think you're right.
Oh, it
Oh,
was scale the
yeah,
wall.
you're
That's
right, sorry.
right. That's right. Yeah, but Rick actually, I mean, and it's one of those things where like once it gets this late in the seed, I think it's like hard to remember the train of the path, like of the different hints and stuff. So like remembering, oh yeah, Spoils bag gave note to mom, so like whatever note to mom gives like is gonna lead to a required item. I mean, he hasn't picked up that mail yet, I don't believe, so he doesn't have hammer. Which is what's gonna, you know, would point the way to those lights.
It was on note to mom mail. Yeah.
So if Tanjo goes Star Island, like, right after this, could be big. We're very much kind of like, we've entered the casino.
Oh yeah, 100%.
If Tanjo ends up guessing right, then that could be pretty good.
We've
If he
entered the
does not,
casino.
then that could be not so good.
We've entered a casino where we know whether black or red is gonna win. It's just on the runners to pick the right
This
thing.
is what the house feels like, huh? It's not bad. Not bad. Oh, ghost ship shard as well. Red herring alert.
Yeah. I wonder where that is at this point.
That's a good question.
I wouldn't be
Well,
surprised
checking
if
it during the day, so we won't know.
Unoptimal?
I mean, he might actually very well know what his day night's currently at.
That's wouldn't put it past a runner as good as Rick.
Yeah, if you're gonna switch it right now, though, I'll often, like at this late during the seed, I'll have forgotten. So, if you open it at nighttime, it'll tell you where it's at without having to open your map a second time. And yeah, Tanjo was in fact out of ammo, so with this final arrow, I was able to get arrow refills. I'll go ahead and get these 2 shards here.
Okay, Rick is gonna go to scale the wall and maybe Wizrobe.
Well, we'll see. So if he's kept in mind the required spoils bag that led to note to mom that led to hammer.
That's true.
Then
he just leaves.
Once he gets hookshot, which will give him access to Cabana, then he might, you know, in theory, you know, then you should probably forego Wizrobe Cave and go straight there. However, you know, again, like once you're like, oh yeah, spoils bag is required. Oh, note to mom. Okay, you know, whatever. You kind of, that was an hour ago.
That might be our only remaining time check to have Cabana D. Besides Master
Ghost
Sword
Ship
Chamber?
or
MSC.
oh god, Master Sword Chamber would be gnarly. We'll probably never know, but that would be funny.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see what Rick does here. We'll see what Tanjo does here too. This is decide time for sure. Oh, we never found command.
It was on Cyclos hinted.
Oh, Tanjo's saving. He's going Master Sword Chamber.
Damn. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, no, it's a.
I mean, I would rather check this than Star.
Yeah, it's true. I don't know. I feel like I got burned by Star a lot during mixed pools, and that kind of carried over to S7 for me, to where I'm very wary of it. Oh, I wonder. Okay, I wonder if Rick.
I feel like Rick's going to Cabana.
He should, based on the hints, right? But if you okay, never
Yeah,
mind.
I'm sure he's going to Cabana. Yeah. Yeah, I had a feeling.
I mean, this should be it. TBH.
Yeah, so I think Tanjo at this point now needs to. Oh, is it spiky as well?
Oh no.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Okay. That would be bad.
That is
yeah,
rude.
Tanjo, essentially, I think to stay in the race here, needs to go straight to Star Island right now.
Yeah, it's.
So this is it's decide time.
Oh, you're right. Rick does have Goma left. Oh, he doesn't go to.
Oh, I
Stop.
forgot Rick had Goma. I'll be honest, I forgot. Okay, it's
I forgot
not
too.
quite as close as I was considering.
No, I forgot too.
This is Pompey-Vera angle, isn't it?
Ooh,
No,
hopefully he doesn't
Zunari.
chase-
Ah, it could be both.
Could be both. Hopefully he doesn't go Pompey and chase the bottle for his sake.
Well, I think if he goes Pompey and Vera, I think you do chase that bottle.
Absolutely, yeah.
Again, it kind of just that comes down to like what he wants to commit to here.
Yeah. it's
What
Pompey Vera.
gamble is he committing to? Oh, I don't think he's. We haven't talked to Lenzo. Have we done Creep? We haven't done Creep. Okay, so never mind. We might be okay. We might be okay. Again, I know Tanjo doesn't. He doesn't believe in Pompey and Vera. Generally
man.
speaking.
Good man.
I totally forgot that Rick has to do Goma still. What a seed it's been.
Yeah, me too. I mean,
I thought it was like Rick gets this and he's like sorted, but this gives
Yeah.
Tangela a little bit more time. Star Island ain't exactly quick though, that's for sure.
It's probably like a similar amount of time to doing Star, right?
Goma?
Yeah.
The entirety of Goma? Yeah, probably. They're both long as hell.
Yeah, I think Star's like 2 minutes or something, right?
Alright, where's your ghost ship? Bomb Island. Not super convenient.
Nope. And if you're a Tanjo fan, you're hoping that pushes him.
I mean, he's
to
at least
Star.
leaving. He's not doing it Pompey and Vera, which is good for him.
Which is an interesting play, right? Like, because it's a lower sphere. It's just
He usually commits to it, though. That's why I've kind of been talking about it. And here's the DRI. Yep, okay. This could be... That might be... That might be the race there, honestly.
Oh yeah, he's gonna go to secret.
Because then this is going to give him power bracelets, which will lead him down the path to doing Big Pig, and... This is a lot of unnecessary faff that Tanjo sort of needed to avoid to catch up a little bit on Rick, who is otherwise ahead. Yeah, because now Rick is in go, so he's gonna go return to Forbidden Woods to take the dungeon warp pot to DRC to fight Goma. So.
Oh, you get okay. That makes sense. You get sucked up on the hook shot in.
Yeah, that light warp definitely makes it not so bad.
Not at all.
For Rick that he did the dungeon order the way he did.
Yeah, this is still better than walking up DRI.
Oh, bomb not quite close enough. Fire arrows. Oh, nice, nailed it. Sometimes more finicky than it should be. To actually hit that.
As was it Kit at SGL? Good test too. Maybe it was Jazz. Jazz. Oh, Claire, Fire Mountain.
Look, I try to tell people. I try. I've done all I can do. I've done what I can. There is no more that I can do to save people from themselves. Although I probably would have done the secret cave, I'm sure. If it had been me. I probably would have done it like way earlier too. I would have gotten that fire ice and be like, I can do the secret cave now. Huzzah.
Yeah, me too.
Who needs bombs? I'll do the hop with the bomb flower.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not great, like, especially with no FF.
Yeah, Star Island is just really slow. Although, with the full complement of arrow types and bombs, you can actually burn through the magtails like really quickly. Ice arrow, drop a bomb, ice arrow, drop a bomb, light arrow, the last one.
Ooh.
And it goes pretty quick.
I tell quick with a dodge.
Do-no-no-no. It's nothing.
Claire is not surprised.
I'm not. I don't like Star, but I think it's at least more interesting because combat can be a little bit optimized.
Yeah, there is pretty much one way to do star, right? Or fire.
Yeah, I was like, what?
You're like,
How dare you?
Just said.
How dare you immediately contradict my point? How dare you? I can't believe this.
Like, did you not hear what I just said?
All right, so I'm wondering this is gonna have to be. Oh, maybe I guess this. Do we find command melody in the end?
Does he really?
Not sure if that's what has to be here or not.
Oh no, command melody's on Cyclos. So this has to.
Oh,
be
that's
here,
right.
think.
I
And
keep
then
forgetting that's like. I keep forgetting that we knew where that was this whole time.
I thought you were trying to say he was going to Cyclos, and I was like, wait, I'm confused.
No,
It's like,
I
are
was
we
just
that
like, I'm
far
like,
in?
what could be in here? Tandon didn't even peek at ahead of time. He believed.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, like starting the leaf over
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
probably fast enough to warrant not equipping.
Cabana deed.
Oh boy.
All right, where do we go? Where do we go, Tanjo? Oh, you just reset that. I didn't even realize. It was like during the fade out that he reset. Outset. Yep, dig pig.
Deed.
Yeah. Yep, makes
Another
sense.
silver rupee that he's not gonna pick up. Tanjo hates money. Let it be known.
Makes sense. But yeah, kind of as I was saying, I feel like not seeing that star earlier meant that we wouldn't be seeing it for a while, because pretty much all other paths led to bonus items that would bait you further. So I imagine we'll see it after this, but Brick is going to have quite a lead at that point. And one that is probably insurmountable
Yeah, especially
at,
with
at
Soup.
this level of play.
Soup, 5 hearts. Mad chillin'.
Yeah.
Wow, the pig
Oh,
just
Tanda does that
ignored
like
the
in
bait.
a scary way.
Okay.
Yeah, I like to cool him off because sometimes if you throw it on the bait when he's wandering around, he'll just not see it. Whereas if you set him down and then instant throw a bait, he sees it every time because it's literally right in front of his face.
Okay, so they are doing all 3 games today. I knew there was one after this, but if game 3 happens,
Oh, I didn't realize they were going for the triple threat.
they're going for the triple threat.
Yeah, so we won't be hearing from the runners after this, so even if y'all have your questions, you'll have to save them for later. But by the time they're done with the next seed or 2 seeds, this seed will be a distant memory, let me tell you.
Thank God.
That is just how that works. Especially if you're doing that many in a row, you sort of need to have that short-term memory.
Yeah, that's your goal.
Minimize seed bleed as much as possible.
100%. Iframe, Tanjo. No, there's just room between the barrels. They don't even blow up.
So this will be go mode for Tanja. So you did at least get to skip Pompey and Vera.
And Wizrobe Cave.
And Wizard Cave. Yeah, told you. Like, if he ends up committing to the Lenza door cancel, he almost never goes back. And I respect it, you know?
Yeah.
You commit to your gambas. That's what you gotta do sometimes. And it'll work out. And sometimes it won't. And, oh! Kind of awkward on the turnaround there from Rick. That happens sometimes. I'm not sure why. It's like you lose your target cam, so you don't get the 180 turnaround, or maybe he like pulled out bow slightly too early. Maybe that's how it works actually. I've never thought about that. Yeah, because I've noticed that'll happen sometimes where you're not quite fully 180 turned around. Yeah, maybe if you pop bow like a frame early or something, you cut off your turn.
Yeah, that would make sense.
I'll have to mess with that. Literally never considered that before today.
This game's turnarounds can be weird too, so that would make sense. A little bit custom with it.
Still finding out new stuff about this game to this day, including there's currently ruminations about an SD barrier skip without bombs, without doing a bomb drop.
Really?
It has been proven to be possible by Trog with a the forward stab animation that Link can do. If you hold forward and slash his sword, Link does like a stab. I think Trog realized that they had enough forward displacement to work for barrier skip, and so started messing with that yesterday.
Wow.
And has indeed proved it to be true. So now it's just can we figure out a setup? And by we, I mean, I'm leaving it to the experts, because I also don't run SD, so it doesn't really affect me, but I do think it's cool.
That's very cool. Yeah, very interesting.
So yeah, shoutouts to Trog, one of the goats of this game for sure.
Absolutely.
And I'll use this moment to additionally plug, if you have never watched it, it's several years old at this point. It's probably, you know, in theory then also outdated. Well, it is outdated, but it is still 1000% worth a watch. The any percent TAS of Wind Waker SD done by Trog. It is an incredible watch. It's just truly incredible. Please do yourself the favor. Check it out. Let's look up Trog on YouTube.
I have to say, you were one of the people that recommended the A button challenge video to me for SM64, and that was like one of the best.
Oh yeah, those are also
videos I've
great.
ever
Yeah,
watched.
shoutouts to Bismuth.
Yeah.
I don't really know him as well, or at all. To be fair, I don't know Trog that well either.
But
those are super worth the watch. As Rick
yeah.
finishes up PG2 here. So yeah, I mean, again, it's, you know, not a huge difference in the times, but
It's enough.
it's like it's certainly enough. I think you know, you never want to call a race before it's over, but I also don't want to disrespect Rick by assuming this will go any other way.
Yeah. I mean, it's the soup that really does it, right?
The soup is pretty much, yeah, is definitely a guarantee.
Because the threat of dying to Ganondorf is very low, but we've even the goat do it, right? Shoutouts to Advo, and but with soup, it's really, you should always have that safety net. Rick playing it relatively safe on the mash. Just gonna climb the latter half.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I usually tend to go for now. You can get higher, but I find that the consistency drops off. But
Yeah,
partly because I don't really practice it much anymore.
I think like the higher stakes the race, the less likely I am.
You'd hate to lose it falling off the rope.
Yes,
but
and at this level, you absolutely can decide a race.
Yeah. Okay, had hurricane spin there, Rick. Well, got clipped there. It's okay.
You got hearts to
That's
spare.
what oh my god! All right, Rick. All right, we know you got the hearts, but you don't just gotta eat 3 quick ones. And that's why you pick up the heart container earlier, right? They both opted into that.
Yeah.
So the heart container pickup made sure he was safe there.
He said jab jab.
I mean, he's got soup, you know. It's kind of like you're just like whatever, dog. It's fine. Do your worst, Ganon. I missed the quick spin there. We are gonna get a second cycle here. But only needs to give him a little pat on the back, little coach tap right there. Good job, champ. You tried your best, Ganon, but your best, not good enough. Be gone, nerd. That'll be GG's for Rick. Really solid. Definitely a bit of an awkward seed.
Yeah, GG's for sure.
But yeah, he played super solidly.
Definitely, yeah. for how awful that grapple was, and I don't know, like a 143 with the beginning 3 dungeons.
Leaf start, to be fair. Leaf
Yeah,
start's
leaf
always
start
kind of
too.
nice.
Yeah.
So,
Use them.
yeah. I mean, and Tanjo really not far behind.
No.
Still, you know, pretty tight. Definitely going to be exciting to see where this series goes. As we were talking about earlier, this is a best of 3. And they are gonna, after this one, immediately jump into the next race. So we'll watch Tanjo go ahead and finish this out. It may be a little bit of a break between them, but I believe the hope is to get at least the next one restreamed. I think.
Yeah.
So I think we've got the peeps for it. It should be good. Cool.
Well.
Yeah, so you'll be able to look forward to that right after. If you've been vibing with some Wind Waker, definitely stick around.
Yeah, for sure.
10-minute break. Yeah, there you go. So everybody can get up, grab some snacks, use the bathroom, stretch, you know, hydrate, all those good things.
Do your hourly standing.
An hour of standing?
No, hourly standing.
Oh, hourly standing. I've not been doing good about that during this race, I'll be honest. I've done an hour and 40, 44, 35, 36, 37 of sitting.
Unlucky.
Okay. I guess to be fair, I do have a mic arm. I could stand up and then do it, but then my monitor would be like awkwardly low. Could work.
Yeah,
I don't like moving my mic stand. I need to freaking WD-40 on this thing. It makes lots of good squeaky noises. It's a very cheap mic arm.
I rocked a really cheap mic arm that I got like 6 years ago until recently, and then I like caved and bought like the Rode or whatever.
You bought a Rode?
I did. I said,
Did you
sponsored
do
by
one of those like
Visible.
donate to Highway or whatever those things are in the States? I don't even remember.
Said shout outs to Wind Waker, you know.
That'd be pretty tight.
Yeah, if we got the one by the SGL venue, that'd be sick. But yeah, no, I finally caved and got a nice monitor arm because mine was like it wouldn't stay up. So.
Oh, you're talking about monitor? I'm talking about mic arm.
No, I'm.
Oh, okay.
It's just.
I'm like, because that would solve the problem that I was talking about, where I'm looking down on it. I could maybe tilt it up a little easier, but
No.
yeah, I don't know. One of these days, yeah, I might. We'll do a reinvest. And I think this one was like $10, so it was about as low as it goes.
Yeah.
Hey, it's all about getting the job done.
It has its own strength.
Until you know why you need something more expensive, you just go for the cheapest option that'll get the job done. I think that's generally a pretty good thing. Oh man, I need to update that Twitch bio. I am not 28 anymore.
Oh, I'm clicking it. Oh.
Unfortunate. I'm just looking at that there and I'm like, oh god. Yeah, it's a little out of date. GG's to Tanjo. 146.
A little bit of a spooky Ganon, but he pulled it through.
Pulled it through.
The extra heart container coming in solid.
It actually helped them kind of both out, honestly. So, also getting those 4 random heart pieces to kind of seal that deal. So yeah, just a couple minute difference. Could have swung either way, really. That race. Super solid. I mean, basically what we expected from this series. So looking forward to seeing the rest of them. So yeah, as we were saying, we're gonna be a little bit of a break. So thanks for tuning in on this one so far. And definitely stick around. Don't touch that dial, as they say. Although TVs don't have dials anymore. I mean, I barely remember TVs with dials, and I was just talking about how old I was. Whoops.
Used to play Ocarina of Time on the TV with the dial.
Let's go. So are we gonna be here, Golden, for game 2?
Yes, we're going to be here for game 2 in, I don't know, probably 9 to 10 minutes or so. But thank you, Clarence Isabel, for commentating. Thank you, Sledge, for tracking. And stay right here. We are going to go to the ending screen and then back, so just bear with us. But thanks for watching, everyone, and we will see you shortly.